So, hi, my name's Poppy. I work for Octopus MoneyCoach. So, I work on the commercial side here. So, my day to day role involves speaking to employers about how we can help them with their finances. Some of you may have heard of Octopus Group before. We have two sides to the group. We've got the energy side and the financial services side. So some of you may have come across Octopus Energy before. We obviously sit under the financial services side. And our mission is to make financial help more accessible and affordable, and specifically one-to-one financial help. So your company and Tara Group have been super kind in funding this for you. So it's absolutely free. And the aim of today is to give you a rundown of financial coaching and a bit about Octopus Money Coach service. So what do we do? One-to-one financial coaching. So you will be set up with a financial coach to work with over the course of a year. What financial coaching is really great for is helping you visualize your goals. So studies have shown that people who can easily visualize their goals feel more committed to them and will actually work harder to achieve them. Some of you might be thinking now, what are those financial goals that come to mind, whether that be saving just due to the rising cost of living and our horrid energy bills, or you might be wanting to go on a nice holiday this summer. Now we can go away, or wanting to get on the property ladder. That there's lots of different things which I'm sure you'll be working towards. We also have a financial planning tool, which is a little picture on the left here, where you can input your financial data and see how on track you are for achieving those goals. Another thing financial coaching is really good for is building a more positive relationship with money. So seeing the word positive and money together sometimes doesn't look normal. So what we want to do is help alleviate some of those worries. We tend to associate money with bills, debt, and just being worried in general. So hopefully coaching can help you develop more of a positive relationship there. And helping you keep on track and sticking to a plan. So this is the bit that I find very helpful. We get coaching here through working for Octopus Money Coach, and having someone to check in with every so often makes me do what I say I'm going to do, instead of pushing it back to the bottom of my to-do list. So having a coach makes you feel more accountable, so you're more likely to succeed. It can actually improve productivity by 88%. I mean, if you think about, if you ever had personal trainer or a life coach, just having that person to check in with, it's very, very helpful in that sense. So how do we work with you? So first off, at the end of this presentation, I will give you a link for you to book in your first session, and the link will take you to a coach's calendar, and you can book in a time that's convenient for you. That first call is almost a trial for you to see if you like the service. So if you look at the left-hand side here, it's an opportunity for you to meet your coach, go over your current financial situation, ask any questions, talk about those goals, and basically decide if the service is right for you. It's 30 to 45 minutes done via Zoom. After that first call, if you think, yes, please, I would love to take part in this service, you can have as many check-ins as you like with your coach. You can have access to the financial planning tool, which your coach will talk you through. To discuss any change in circumstances. What we normally find happens is at the beginning, people have a lot of subsequent sessions after each other, maybe weekly or every other week. And then from there, it's more of a quarterly checkup from that stance. Who are our coaches? A few pictures of our coaches here. We're FCA regulated as a company, and our coaches get accredited here in-house. You can see some pictures of them here. They're a very diverse group of people, lots of different hobbies, come from different walks of life. The aim of this is that you will feel comfortable chatting to one of them about quite personal information. Here's a quick 2-minute clip from our coach, Abby. It's a successful story of how she's worked with one of our clients. Abby's actually my coach as well, so it's nice to see her. I'll just play it now.
Hi, I'm Abby and I'm one of the financial coaches at Octopus MoneyCoach. Today I'm going to be telling you about one of my client journeys and how we've managed to help them over the last year. When they first came to me, they really wanted to buy their first flat. They had moved out previously and were renting, but had moved back in with their parents to hopefully save a little bit more money. They were desperate to move out. As you can imagine, living out from home and then moving back in with your parents is probably quite a struggle for most people. So they were really desperate to do this. They had tried on 2 or 3 occasions before to get a mortgage, but kept getting rejected. They had a personal loan of £4,500 they had to pay off. They had savings of around £8,000 and they had an annual salary of £22,000. The first thing we did to help them was put them in touch with our mortgage advisor called Sam. She was really helpful and managed to talk them through the different options they had, whether it was best just to pay off the personal loan, whether there were any lenders that would lend them the money even if that personal loan was still outstanding, and also some of the timescales they were looking at. After a conversation between the 3 of us, we decided that perhaps the best idea would just be to pay off the personal loan, as there weren't many options if that was still in play. So what we did, we paid off the personal loan, and then over 8 months, we basically worked on saving as much as possible. We looked at budgeting, we looked at how much we could sacrifice in that short term to get that long-term gain. The best news is now that they've managed to buy their first flat. They actually got the keys last week, which is super exciting. And it now means they can start focusing on other things in life. This was quite a big blocker for them. They weren't able to focus on saving for the future, saving for their children, thinking about pensions, retirement, things like that. So it's been a really big weight off their shoulders to now have their flat in place. Things we're going to be working on over the next year now, as they have renewed for a second year with us, is we're going to be thinking about some of those long-term savings. So savings for their 2 children, whether it's perhaps best to put money into investments rather than just in a savings account, or whether there are savings accounts that are really good for what they're trying to do. We're also going to be having a little bit of a look at career progression. They're really keen to earn a little bit more each month, but they're not really sure how to go about this. So we started to look at different training courses they can do, and also seeing how that can be funded, whether the employer will fund it for them or whether they have to do some saving on top of that themselves. So it's a really exciting journey, and I'm just so happy that they've managed to reach this massive life goal, and I can't wait to go on the rest of the journey with them. Hope you enjoyed this video and maybe chat to you soon in the future. Thanks, bye.
So that was Abby, and hopefully it puts it all kind of in perspective about a client journey and who she's worked with. Lastly from me, how to get the most from your first coaching session. So I really recommend that you do that first call. You're not signing up for anything. It's really just for you to see if the service is right for you. But before that first session, have a think about what your life goals are. We're going to send you a questionnaire beforehand, so your coach has a summary of your financial situation there. Think about any questions you want to ask. Is there something that you've been Googling furiously recently? There's so much content out there, but you really want just a second opinion on. So have a think about that. And this may seem really obvious, but find a safe space to talk. So our sessions are held via Zoom, and we're going to send you an invite with a link that you can click on. But find a room that you feel, comfortable talking openly in, whether that be a meeting room in the office or somewhere within your household that you feel safe having those conversations. I should also mention that you're allowed to bring your partners into these conversations. We actually really recommend that you do if your financial situations are intertwined. So feel free to bring them along. That's it from me. Are you ready to meet your coach? This link will take you to booking in your first session, and so feel free to click on it and try out financial coaching. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Poppy.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll send that email round and the recording round to everyone, and they can ask me if they've got any questions, and I can pass them on to you. But thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. Let me know if anything comes up. And so today's obviously the internal launch, and then our coaches will send some emails in 2 days' time.
That's great.
Updated with numbers and things.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.